So this is more of, hi, what am I? I'm just diving right into things. So, hi, welcome back to the channel. I'm Jeremy, and as you know, I own Garage 56. That's RC Garage 56 because it's a small place. And I'm in the process of getting the decals on the Fighting Buggy. But in the meantime, I figured I'd take you through the items that I have acquired in the last few days. First one starting with, over the weekend, I got the Fires from JConcepts. These are their new crawler wheels. This is the 2.2. These are a good looking tire. It's a 2.2, but it's only on a outer diameter 475. And then I got two sets. The other one's already on the rack because I opened these and I was so excited. And then I got the 1.9s, but with a 425 outer diameter, which makes it a little awkward. I don't really have anything that's this small. I realize that's probably a class 0 or class 1 crawler tire. I didn't think they were going to be this small. I'll find a use for them. They may fit a Tamiya sometime down the line. Who knows? But I have bought another set of that. Well, I bought a matching set, so there's 4 of those. And this light's in my way. What else did I get? From JConcepts, everything's just falling. JConcepts, I also, because I had seen that they had released only the Fires, and I bought those. But then I really wanted these when they came out. Sorry, I realize that's right in front of the microphone. These are the 1.9. These are the Rock Scorpions, right? I think I have a pair of Scorpions somewhere. These are the Rock Scorpions. These look more like they've got more of a pin type finish. They've got a whole lot of sidewall. They're only 1.5 wide, which makes them probably about a quarter of an inch thinner, or 25%, not 25%, about a quarter of an inch thinner than your normal. And I obviously a set, so that's what arrived. I'm thrilled, looking forward to these. These I want to put on good rims, and I'm going to take the 2.2s off that are, I think they're 525s that are currently on the, what do you call it, the optic. I think that's just too much for the plastic axles as I travel with the buggy. Probably fine here in Florida, but I'm heading up to Beat the Creek, and I don't want to put that much stress on the drivetrain because I am only taking that and either the Bushido, or I've got something else on order that if it arrives in time, we'll go with that, because I think that's probably a really good fit. Then today I made my way to Graves RC, and I was pleasantly surprised on how little I actually spent there. But of course, bought myself some paint. This is the most expensive Tamiya paint that I think they make. This is the purple anodized aluminum, which is a mouthful. So that's the PS51. I also bought another canister of PS54. This will be for the Porsche 934. I bought the PS1 for polycarbonate white that I don't have. And then I have a PS4. And if you're these are the go-to colors for a BBX, right? And this is a Fighting Buggy, which is a much older version of a 2-wheel buggy that Tamiya has. So there might be a BBX in my future. And when I say might be, there might be, only because Tower Hobbies was running a 25% special for Tuesday and Wednesday, and I may have caught a BBX at that time. Then I stopped by Graves, like I said, and picked up some paint, and Brian there was kind enough to show me the Audi R8, and not necessarily what I was there for, but he convinced me that the track in Longwood is something I really need to take a look at. So in going to do so, I needed to pick up a few things, and he said R8s, and I've read that R8s are what people are typically running as a beginner, just because the body seems to work in the combination. It's that, the McLarens, which I have a body for the McLarens, but it looks way more fragile, and then the Skylines. And then since Kyosho tires are on back order, or really tough to find at this point, he hooked me up with a set of tires for the rear and a set of tires for the front, because apparently the stock tires are garbage. So I'm going to put this on a readyset that I already own that is in the same configuration of wide MM. I believe I have a Corvette that fits that description, but I like the body too much, so I'm not going to do that. And then I also got a transponder, which I will need for the track. So I am all set, ready to go for track day. I will try and do that probably sometime this weekend. Just give it a go. I'm not really big on the competitive stuff, so we'll see how it goes. But that's my unboxing. That's where I'm at. I'm going to continue stickering up and decaling the Buggy, so I can get that video finished. That'll be a 4-part video. The first one's already up. This will come up long before that. The 4th video gets up, but that was filmed out of sequence only because I started painting on the body, and you've seen some paint videos already, but this is going to be stickered up. Then I'm going to flat coat it with flat clear, and that's it. Then the body will be done, and I will present the final product mounted on the body and do a small test run. I'm not going to do a big test run. It drives just how I remember it. When you're a kid, it was all exciting, but putting that together and having driven a Slash or even the Avante, the Super Avante, way better. But this is just classic, classic Tamiya. I mean, this sand scorcher setup for the rear, I mean, this is a pretty cool. This is as high as it goes without compressing. Right here it just leans on the rear, so there's just movement. But there's your shock compression. There's no shock compression, so it's got to be like this, and then that's twice as much compression, the way it works out. So I do have a battery in the Buggy at the moment. That does not stay in there. I was just making sure that ran. But that's where I'm at. Thank you for watching. Like and subscribe. I've got more videos coming. Tell me what else you'd like to see. I do have one more box to open up. I'll save that for the next one. It was 2 kits that arrived from Associated because they were running a BOGO 2 weeks ago. They take forever to ship. I like the Associated product when it finally arrives and you get it together, but it's kind of an ongoing joke for me of how slow they are. They're quick to respond to emails. They got great customer service, but when you buy something from them, you get an email. Hey, thanks, got your order. Here's an update on your order. Then there's another email. Here's an invoice, and then hey, there's an update. It's going to ship, and then 4 days later it ships. Like, how long did it take to put in a box and ship out? Like, I don't know. For me, it's just comical with how slow they are. And then they pay for like premier shipping. Like, it's not like they ship it and it's another week. They ship it and it's 3-4 days. But they took so long to get it there. They just put it in the mail on day 1, could have saved a bunch of shipping and a whole lot of emails. Anyways, that's where I'm at. That's my rant. Once again, thanks for watching. Like and subscribe. And I don't know why I'm doing the hand gestures. I feel like I don't know what I feel like. Thank you.